The craziest thing I ever heard.
What's going on, gang? Mad love from Illinois. Yo, John, thank you very much for that. What's good? Bang out of the zone, man. Been a while. Hope you're riding that dollar yen. Forza's coming out. My guy wants the world to stop for Forza. Yo, if you need the playlist, guys, go reach out to my guy Ed Poster, Ed Poster 1 on Instagram. Just search EdPoster1 on Instagram. Everything you need is in the description of this video, man. All my socials are there. Go show some love down there, and you'll catch up with EdPoster. My guy's in there as well, so check it out. But what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Tonight we're going to have a little bit of schooling on understanding what false moves are and how we need to be aware of them. What constitutes a false move? Okay? Yeah, man. Yeah, Poster Beats on YouTube. Poster Beats on YouTube, there you go. Guy's fire, man. Go show some love to my guy. He's sick. The guy knows exactly what he's doing when it comes to being musically minded as such. All right, then. So, who we got in the room, ladies and gentlemen? What's going on, Lester? Yes, I will have a look at mana for you. Don't worry. We're going to have a quick look over at the alts. We're going to understand something, though. We need to work out what false moves are. How long do false moves last? That's the important thing. And what constitutes a false move itself. All right? So, without further ado, it's going to be a quick one this evening, guys, because I am burnt. We've been smashing it this week, and I just want to kick back and try and get another early night, because last night I did try and get an early night, and I ended up going to bed at 3 o'clock. So I need to get an early night tonight. Other than that, to anybody new to the channel and to all my pattern watchers, mad love to all of you. Welcome to the Traders Reality Show. My name is Tino. Let's have a conversation, guys. Okay, then. So let's kill the music ever so slightly and let's start focusing on exactly what's going on. So in front of you, ladies and gentlemen, we have 4 charts. These 4 charts are of coins that we need to pay attention to, and one being a market cap. Let me just roll out and change this one over here to Bitcoin, just so we can put things into perspective. But ladies and gentlemen, let's understand something. What has Bitcoin been doing? Let's roll out the bigger chart so we understand. So it seems as though the altcoins have had their day. They seem to be moving and Bitcoin seems to be dropping. You're seeing false moves, false Ws, false patterns. They keep on appearing, but they are designed to keep people committed in the charts and keep traders believing that price is going to make the move to the upside and back. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a conversation. So, look, this is Bitcoin on the 10-minute time frame. Let me roll out the 15-minute time frame just so you can understand it from a day trading perspective. Bitcoin 2 days ago, 3 days even, Bitcoin comes away from the zone, makes a high. At this point, there were bags of people expecting Bitcoin to go on to take the all-time high. At this point, you can't blame people for feeling that way because Bitcoin was rising. There's no two ways about it, guys. This is how people get committed into charts, all right? They come and they see candlesticks like this. Of course, they don't see candlesticks the way we see candlesticks, but the way they see them, price is moving higher. Quickly come to YouTube, go onto any Facebook, Instagram, you name it. Whoever's talking about Bitcoin going higher or continuing higher, people are going to act on that basis. And that's where we need to be aware that these are where the false moves appear. Okay? Quite frankly, the definition of a false move is when you see a move happen with speed. Okay? Just look back. Look at when Bitcoin made its high. Okay? You can see that it was a progressive move. Consolidated, shifted out, and now it's come back down. Now all we're seeing Bitcoin doing is collapsing, coming into these ranges, showing patterns after patterns. You can see there's W's and M's all over the place. We need to reset our chart to understand the intention of what's going on. Okay? This box right here, need to get rid of that. Was when we were talking last night about understanding the flow of money from the market maker to the retail trader. Let's get rid of these key numbers right here so we can reset our chart. So here we go, guys. Now let's dive into what's happened over the last few days. Okay? We had this big pattern right here on the 15-minute time frame. We saw Bitcoin do that crazy ass move, shifting out of the zone and coming straight back up. When the market maker is in a period of accumulation, this is what he does. Okay? He spikes price lower and reverses it back up. You see this big pump to the upside, completely recovers the whole move, makes another bounce to the upside because everyone was expecting it to come back up because of how much strength there was in this coin. and then they just attacked the zones, came back and recovered all the previous pools of liquidity in this move, and now we've come all the way back down to recover the wick. Remember, this candlestick right here, guys, is a stopping volume candle, but it was also one of the most perfect stop hunts for the market maker to tap the liquidity and shift it back up. Okay? Now all we are seeing is vector candles pushing price down, get a little spike to the upside, and they put it aggressively down again. We've now got resistance at the 50 EMA. How low will Bitcoin go? Now we do have this little pool of liquidity right here in the chart, guys, which we do need to be aware of, which we'll see yesterday's low. All right? Now, if Bitcoin does break down from this point, it is most likely to see this zone before it starts to accumulate. Now, the 60 zone seems to be a very important zone in this chart. It seems as though what Bitcoin is doing now with the 60K is what Ethereum was doing back in the day with the 1800 zone. The behavior is still the same. What they like to do is they like to probe the zones. Probing is where they see people who are like, I really want to get Bitcoin cheaper. I don't want to be paying X price for Bitcoin. I don't want to pay 63 or 64. I want to pay 59. I want to pay 60. I want to pay 51. Okay? So they go to the areas of interest that they can release liquidity from. Because once they tap that pool of liquidity, they will reverse price back up, which is what they did over here. Reverse it back up, keep those traders committed, get them to add more liquidity, and then they will slowly drip bleed the move back down. Look at this. How many patterns do we see? We see a W formation right here. Invalid W formation. Why? Because it came down below the previous peak and it finished too soon. You had a vector candle from this point, but there was nothing going on in this zone right here. They moved back up, didn't even touch the 50 EMA, sharply moved price, and then they shifted back out again. A lot of traders thought that this was going to hold at the 800 EMA. It failed. Okay? They tried again. Shifted away from the 50 EMA, consolidate, stopping volume, a vector candle right here. Now they've come back up to the 50 EMA on Bitcoin. Drop onto the higher time frames. What do we see? Nice. We do see Bitcoin looking like it wants to come back up. Looks like it's formed a base above the previous consolidation zone, but that's not enough. They can even move Bitcoin all the way back up towards the 50 EMA. Does it mean it's going to continue higher? Not necessarily. They made several attempts earlier in the Asian session to stay above the daily open, failed that. This last move by the US Brink session right here failed that as well. Are they starting to break Bitcoin down so they can actively tap this zone one more time before they make the move? A lot of people were talking about Bitcoin going to 100K, Bitcoin going to 150. We were expecting Bitcoin at least to hit the 70 zone, and we ain't seen anything like that. They're not finished with Bitcoin. They want to accumulate more of it. So that leads us over towards the altcoins themselves. What's going on? Ethereum seems to be doing very well technically. However, looking at the higher time frame on Ethereum, it has done nothing but accumulate and bounce off the 50 EMA non-stop. At what point will they stop to come back towards these previous pools of liquidity that you can see right here with the blue vector, and of course this green vector candle right here? Now, it would be healthy to see Ethereum come back down, because that by them bringing price back down, they would be forming a cycle from now up until the weekend, so that we can see what we understand to be M formation, drop, retrace, drop, retrace, drop, continuation back up. We need to get the 200 EMA to marry up towards price so that we can get stability and normality in the price, so that market makers can induce traders to get back in yet again. Price is still continuing higher. And this is what happened last time with Ethereum's move to the upside. Now, if Ethereum continues to gain traction towards the upside, there's going to come a point in the charts where people are going to try and understand what's going to happen next. Yes, it is guesswork, because you're in the game of uncertainty, my friend. It's always going to be guesswork. If we can guarantee where price is going to go next, no one would be watching anything. No one would be seeing nothing. Okay? They wouldn't even hear anything, because everyone will be focused on doing their own thing. But you're in the game of uncertainty. You're in the game of who's going to buy, who's going to sell. And we need to try and understand the relationship between why does price move up before it needs to move down. This is what it is. You know? We need to come away from the idea of, oh, it's okay, it's guesswork. Of course it's guesswork, bro. That's what this game is. It's called the game of speculation. It's professional guesswork. Standard. Done. And if you're not cool with that, trading isn't for you, my friend. Trading ain't for you. So, moving on. Rant over. What can we expect next? If we understand the way the market maker delivers his orders to the upside or to the downside, we need to pay attention to why prices seems to be breaking down. You know? We need to understand it. Man, get this Brett out of here, man. My days. Anyways, let's get back to the plan. Man, I need to take my inhaler. I'm about to lose my mind. Do you know what? Mathematics, I agree with people when they say mathematics can be applied to this. Yes, why? Because it's algorithms that are operating right now. Algorithms are the reason why price is able to change so fast. It's because why orders get processed so fast. You think there are people manually inputting orders in the charts? Nah. People are not manually putting orders here. No way. They have algorithms that are designed to meet the obligation of the trader. Our goal is to try and understand the development of those algorithms coming into play, whether it's a markup or a markdown phase. There are two phases in the marketplace, ladies and gentlemen, when they mark up price and when they mark it down. The way they get into and out of these phases is based on accumulation zones or patterns, cycles. This is a pattern. This is an accumulation, preparing for a markup phase. Okay? This is a pattern. M formation, preparing for a markdown phase. Done. Yeah? For the past week or so, we've been paying attention to dollar yen and understanding at what point was she going to drop. And now she's done the drop. Happy days. Added more positions to dollar yen. We are expecting lower prices to come to the downside. Looks a bit crazy, my chart, but I've got the lines visible purely just for my own reference. I'm used to looking at things like this. Okay? We expect lower price action. Gold. Look at this. Gold's come back up. They set up gold yesterday before the FOMC shifted all the way back out. They knew the FOMC weren't going to do anything. So what can we expect from crypto? You've got to understand this is an unregulated environment. It's free for all. They can do whatever they want. But in terms of putting guesswork into this, it's always going to be guesswork. And there's no one that's going to tell you otherwise. If anyone claims that they can 150% guarantee every move to the next, okay, with no drawdown, then you have yourself a market maker. That's the only person that knows where price is going to go next. Our goal is to try and understand their behavior because they can't just drop it and raise price in one instance. All right? They have to be progressive. The only way they can get away with it is when they do things like this on Bitcoin. This wick right here, okay, is an example of an unregulated environment. That's what cryptocurrency is. They can get away with this sort of behavior. In Forex, you could never do such a move. Only something traumatic would have to happen. Okay? Only something traumatic would have to happen for this to happen in the charts. Someone would make a declaration of war, or something would happen to any prime minister or president, whatever. Only freaks of nature as such could actually do this to Forex. But in crypto, just happens on a standard Wednesday. Yeah? I'm not angry, man. I'm not angry. I'm trying to get something across to people here. And we got my guy rolling in saying, talking, chatting, breeze about guesswork. Well, welcome to guesswork, bro. This is what this game is about. If you think it's not guesswork, why are you here, bro? Man, I don't know why, man. I've got very short-tempered. Maybe the lack of sleep, but boy, I am not down with it. I am not. I ain't got time for it. Yes, everything is programmed. Everything is rigged. They don't move price for no reason. They don't come back to these vector candles for nothing. It's not because Steve brought 89 cents worth of Bitcoin. Maybe, maybe not. I'm going with maybe. Yeah, it was Steve. But what I'm saying to you guys is this game is designed to take the money from the dumb and replace it with the smart. That's it. Okay? Dumb money. Retail traders, institutional traders, banks, governments, premium pool funds, insurance place, whatever. Companies that have lots of people's money and they want to try and showcase their ability and understanding of returns of up to 8% a year. Happy days. You come to crypto markets, you come to Forex, you go to stocks. Done. The only way that these institutional traders can make their trades is if there's liquidity to match it. Okay? Sometimes these institutional traders try and buoy off the market makers, but they can't because institutional traders have shareholders, stakeholders who are accountable to them. Done. You know? That's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. Forgive the rant. Making me feel bad now. I guess you've just been caught in the crossfire, my friend. So my bad. My bad. System hack, where have you been, brother? Where have you been, my friend? It's been a while. Okay, then. Some of you guys, man. You know when YouTube steps in and when people start saying things like that. All right, then let's get back to the program, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so look. Bitcoin's pulling back. We understand that. All right. Our goal is to try and understand if there's strength in this move to the downside. We need to drop over to the higher time frames to work out what's going to happen next. Okay. Look at this. What are you seeing more of, ladies and gentlemen? You are seeing more spikes to the upside. They favor lower prices. Okay. Too many people are going long on Bitcoin right now. They're not ready to release the longs. They keep spiking up, coming down. Spike up, come down. Spiking up, back down again. 50 EMAs flat. Okay? There's nothing happening in this zone. I would not be surprised if they come back down to tap this pool of liquidity. Okay? They're not finished yet, which will take us over towards the altcoins themselves. The altcoin bosses. A playlist in the channel that talks about altcoins that are likely to make some very interesting moves from now in during the November term. Okay? Let's have a look at SLP. Still holding it down with the gains to the upside. Nice stop hunt rise. Hits it back down again. Now it's trying to recover the point. 800 EMA. We spoke about this earlier on today. All right. Chromia still doing decent gains. Pulling back ever so slightly. A lot of altcoins are probably going to start pulling back right now. The ones that are going to be delayed in their pullback are probably going to be the last to make the move back up when these ones have already made their move back up again. Okay. Now, let's have a look at VET. VeChain is doing really well. It's coming back up again. Happy days. All right. We were talking about this. What did we say earlier in the last couple of days, guys? We've been looking at VET and we've been comparing VET to other altcoins that have been forming this pattern right here. Okay. This is a classic example of a false move down to trap traders, get the short sellers in to move it back up again. Okay. Classic behavior by the market makers. Stop hunt rise, retrace, continuation to the upside. Okay. Luna. Mad gains again by Luna. Look at that. Making moves to the upside, not stopping. This coin seems to be going and going. Looking on the daily time frame. Have we got any ground to take? Nope. This is pure price discovery. As you can see right there, we've been projecting this bad boy for quite some time. Back all the way in April, May. So it's been interesting time for Luna, man. Luna's been doing very well. All-time highs, chilling. Keep an eye on the retrace for this coin because a lot of coins are going to likely retrace very soon. Crow still holding it down, trying to make the moves to the upside again. Blue vector candle, things seem to be slowing down maybe. Okay, I think the alts may slow down over this weekend. I may be wrong, I may be right, who knows. Alice, still in this range. Not really great. But Alice is doing a good job to hold its gains. So it tells me that something is going to change. There may be a run for profits and they're going to try and contain a lot of coins. Okay. Mana. Yes. Let's have a look at Mana. Where's Mana? Mana. Here we go. Drip. They're drip feeding these guys right now. Look at this coin, man. $5 smacks, comes all the way back down, slowly pulling back. Okay? This is what is going on. The star of the show for me has to be Solana. Where's Solana? Look at this. Solana's trying its hardest to keep its gains to the upside. It's got a very strong momentum to the upside. Okay? Very strong momentum. Okay? I don't know at what point they may be slowing this down. Looking on the higher time frames, look at that. It's just not stopping. We've got to be careful with Solana, man. At what point will they decide to pull things back? They seem to try and hit the high one more time to get traders committed to step in before they start to break it down. Look at the 1 minute time frame. Zoom out. Where is it? We've been waiting for this $50 zone. But look, we've got ourselves a little mini M formation right here. Could this be the point they actually break away from it to invalidate this M formation? Or are they going to pull back? Look at that. Consolidating again around this zone. I think if they hit the 5250 zone, that's where we may see the retrace. But they're not finished with Solana yet. Until it starts to break down, it's done its hardest to try and come back up above the daily open. And it's done a very good job of doing so. But we need to wait and see what's going to happen at the close of the next hour. If we look on the higher time frames, we can see big candle movement there, 12-hour time frame, 15-hour time frame, no vectors. The daily, no vector candles right there. Could this be the last of the move for Solana? Okay, look at it. Shifting, market maker stepping in threes, 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Looking in the last 3 days, look at that move, man. The last 6 days, it's done nothing but make gains to the upside. The whole week itself, look at that for a candle, man. Unbelievable. We need to try and find points in the chart that we believe they may break down from. And this might be the point until they hit the 250 zone, then pull it straight back. Let's see what happens with Solana. Okay. I've just done VET, so just drop back a little bit in the stream and you'll see that. Let's have a look at Algo. Again, Algo still holding this area, man. It's not letting go. It's not letting go. Asia didn't do anything last night. Stop hunt rise in the Asian session and they pulled it all the way back down again. Not ideal scenario. What else have we got here? You want to look at Shiba? Let's actually have a look at Shiba. Shiba's actually taken a battering to the downside, but it was inevitable, man. Look at it. Of course the Shiba was going to drop. So now it's pretty much coming back down near enough towards fair value where it was before. Okay? At what point will people start stepping in because they don't want it to get any more cheaper? You know, because this is a problem. When the coin becomes cheaper, it becomes a real problem. People are going to start stepping in again. They'll initiate a move back up and then they'll bring it back down again. Okay? Another one. Philcoin. Phil Mitchell. Not doing anything. They're holding. It's like they're preparing for Bitcoin. It's like the alts have had their day. Now it's Bitcoin's turn to get moved over the weekend. Dot. Look at Dot. Not stopping. Again, another one like Solana. Keeps rising and rising. At what point will it actually pull back? You know, we're stuck at the highs with Solana. And Dot is at the highs as well. We're waiting to see if they are going to break out. 1 inch. Accumulation. Again, look at it. Hasn't gone anywhere. New York session saw a little bit of success. Stop hunt rise. And they brought it all the way back down into the range. There's starting to become a pattern here. All right. There is a pattern actually evolving right here. They seem to be moving alts and bringing them back into the range just so they can accumulate it again. And whilst all that is happening, we are witnessing Bitcoin actually bleeding. Okay. Let's look at this. This is a different watch list. Shiba's back up 13%. TLM. Recovery of the vector candle right there. Look at that. Perfect. It's the ideal scenario. They've come back down to the 50. The 50 EMA showing a little bit of volatility. But this could be a sharp move back up and then they could bring it back down. They seem to have this history of doing so with this coin. Okay? Elrond. This coin, Solana, absolutely sick. But I believe once this starts to break down, so will Solana. That's the thing. Actually, Solana's trying to make a high, man. Let's roll out. Let's have a look at Solana because I do think it's going to break. Here we go. Solana's about to make a move. This is where it gets interesting. Slowly climbing. All-time highs. Solana's breaking them. Can we hit the 250? We said 250 by the end of the week, ladies and gentlemen. And here we are, 248. Can she break the 250 zone? Come on, Solana. Let's split the charts up. Ethereum slowly creeping up. Solana's right there. Solana again. The market cap chart is doing really well, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. We just need to get Bitcoin up just to have a look at what's happening over there. Okay, then. Nice. Nice behavior by Solana, man. I'm liking this. Bitcoin just not doing anything. I'm not interested right now. Why is it not doing anything? But it's just accumulating. These false moves you've been seeing Bitcoin doing over these past few days are like drips towards the 60k. 60k is going to be fair value yet again. They're going to test that point in the chart. Because that's where they're going to trigger most orders. Because that's what happened last time. So they're going to want to come back down to that point again. Solana. Trying. Why is it not breaking out? It needs to break. Ethereum slowly dripping back up. Look. Will we see a retrace from these coins? It's Friday tomorrow, so anything goes. Let's have a look. Did Asia change their mind, their time back? I'm so confused because we do... Oh, yeah. They rip it up with the times. It's unbelievable. It throws me off as well. I always lose my bearings. You know? What we need to try and do, ladies and gentlemen, when we're looking at charts, all right? You understand how they operate around whole and half numbers, okay? Ethereum's going to be coming back up towards this point in the chart. It's an extension away from this low. It's a fast move up, okay? Don't trust it. Although the 50 EMA on the 5-minute time frame is edging upwards, if you look at it on the higher time frame, okay, it's just not a normal move back. Don't like it. They're just trying to keep traders committed to the zone. If you go back and look at Bitcoin and Ethereum, when they've come to these sort of situations, they always end up dripping it back down again. We've got a pool of liquidity with Ethereum that they're likely to bring price back down to. So we will need to be patient to wait for that to happen. I think that's what's going to roll out over the weekend. Okay? Solana's not making that move. We've got vector candles in Solana right now. Is this a stopping volume candle? It seems to be a stopping volume candle. Now it's turning. Here we go. Could this be the drop? Could we see a little bit of a drop in Solana? Maybe. Bitcoin's holding. Here we go. There's your drop. Seems like they're releasing. So what's happened here is a classic fake move again. They've moved price up, committed traders, and now they're pulling it straight back down. How long will they break it down for is a different story. But you can capitalize on these sort of things. Okay, this is the 5-minute time frame, and they work on the smaller time frames. Why? Because market makers, the algorithms, are high-frequency traders. That's what they are. They're high-speed traders. Look how sharp that move is, man. Look at that. There's an example of a trap. They just trap price up to the all-time highs, and now they've snapped it back. A lot of people are getting liquidated because not many people have seen any liquidation points being realized in Solana. But this also could be another attempt to go back up. We know what these vector candles are about. So let's see what holds true. Let's have a look here. What are you guys saying? What have you got to say? If any of you are in profitable positions, please take your profits. All right? Because the idea is to be able to get back in again with more capital so you can earn more. That's the basis. It's not about placing a trade, realizing it's in profit, and then waiting for that profit to dwindle. Nah, doesn't work like that. Okay? We're coming up to the next hour candle, ladies and gentlemen. This is where things will get interesting. We're going to sit tight and wait for this to happen. Okay? We need to be mindful of that. Let me just flip over onto the chart over here and have a look at any other coins, what we got right here. I've looked at Sol's book map. Yeah. I've had to close the chart down, but I have seen Sol's bookmap. Yeah, market cap is moving. It's true. Look at this. Just pay attention to Solana, guys. Just keep an eye out on Solana. Okay? Ethereum doesn't seem like it's doing much. Bitcoin doesn't seem like it's doing much. We need to be mindful of it. Keep an eye out on Solana because things might change for Solana. All right? BNB as well. Look at BNB. It's come all the way down. Now it's moving back up. BNB is showing good strength. Okay? Pretty much copying Ethereum. But I just don't like it. Everything is so extended. So extended. There has not been any retraces. The coins that haven't moved are the coins that are going to suffer the most. And when I say the coins that haven't moved, I'm talking about the coins that haven't retraced and all they've done is moved higher. We've got to be careful. If you are in good profits, make sure you're paying yourselves. You know? Please make sure. Thoughts on Shiba Lite? What's Shiba Lite? Is Mana going down again? Mana's breaking down. Let's have a look at Mana breaking down. Change it up on here. What's Mana doing? Mana's dropping. It's going to hit that 200. He wants that 200, but you've got a pool of liquidity right here, guys. They won't hesitate to come into these zones right here between the $2 mark. They will not hesitate. Okay, we had a look at SLP at the start of the stream. I'm going to pull it up one more time. SLP right there. Pulling back. Coming up towards the next 3 minutes of the next hour candle. This is going to be a make or break for Solana. I need to look at the hour candle. Here we go. It doesn't look like it's going to finish positive. If the next hour comes in and this move is strong, okay, we should then see an all-time high again. But in the next minute and a half or so, the next candle that opens may see Solana move back down again. This is what they're trying to do. They're just trying to get the last bits of order. Can they close positive on this candle? Look at it. Look at how it's getting busy now towards the final elements of the hour. So I say to you guys, always watch the last few moments of an hour candle because it's pretty much going to tell you how the momentum is going to be in this candle. If it does still favor higher prices or is it going to break down? Okay. So let's see how they deliver the next minute. Keep an eye out. You've been sleeping, yeah? I wish I was sleeping. Here we go. Come on. Come on, Solana. Here we go. Nice pump. It needs to be positive. Ah, come on. Show us some love, Solana. Come on. We need her to finish positive. Mana pulling back. Ethereum still rising. Market cap, here it is. 46 seconds. Ah, it's still not doing it. Come on, Solana. Break. Why ain't Solana breaking, man? Stopped. I don't like that. Why isn't Solana doing it? Come on. Ah. Here we go. If we don't get that pump, we might get the pump after, but look, it's starting to pull back. 20 seconds. The next candle might see a continuation down. Here we go. Let's see if it happens. 15 seconds, guys. Make or break for Solana. Come on. Can we get another all-time high for Solana tonight? No chance that candle's closing positive now. Let's see what happens next. Ooh, big spike up. Here we go. New 1 hour. Let's see what happens. Goes down. Ooh. Oh, God. There it is. Come on, Solana. Momentum is in the candle. It needs to keep going. Look at that strength right there. There's your all-time high again. Come on, Solana. Take it. We need to zoom so close to this. Don't pull back. Do not pull back. Keep a close eye. See that pump there? Still not taking it yet. Here it is. Bang. There's your all-time high. Happy days. Now they're getting the traders in. Commitment is right there. Don't stall. Don't stall. Don't stall. Come on, Solana. Keep going. Look at that. Look at that. Narrowly tapped it and pulled straight back. Look what they're doing to people, man. People are rushing into Solana right now. All-time high. Buy when it's rising. That is the ideology that they give these retail traders. They fulfill the orders, snap back, and then they shift back out again. It's unbelievable. You're witnessing the madness of the market maker fill in orders. Come on, break. There she is. Come on, 250, man. Oh, man. Come on, here it is. 250. I need that 250 zone. Look on the smaller time frame so we can see the behavior of it. Any vector candles in sight. It's no conviction. Oh, man. See this drip? Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it. I really don't. When they're trying to make all-time highs, okay, you want the candles to finish strong. They need to finish strong because it shows the intention is there to move higher. But when they keep spiking up and down, it's like they're trying to scalp away the people's orders that are stacked in these zones. They want to just grab the orders, get the money, and then pull it back. Market Maker has been preparing his shorts very well for Solana. Look at it. Yeah? It's unbelievable what they do, man. Look, Mana's starting to pull back. No, so SLP's starting to pull back now. Ethereum's pulling back. The market cap chart itself looks like it's still positive. Okay? But it might be seeing some bit of resistance. The market cap has got a lot of altcoins that have been pulling back, showing the vector candles up here. So we should expect the market cap chart to come back up at some point. But they've recovered 50% of it already up here. So they may not come back to it sooner than we want it to. I know, man. It needs to come back down a little bit. Trias. Let's have a look at Trias. Let's pull that up right here. Where you at? Where you at, Trias? Altcoin bosses. Tree. Trias. Here we go. Let's have a look. No, look at that. Stop hunt rise. This is what I mean about all-time, not all-time highs. Is it all-time highs? Let's pull this out. Trias at all-time highs? I believe so. Is it? No, not yet. Here we go. Look at this. This is the 3-day chart. So every candle is 3 days. Okay? So for the past 9 days, Trias has been rising, but it's not been rising with conviction. Because every time it rises, it spikes and pulls straight back, spikes and pulls straight back. Something's going to turn with this. Now, naturally, we do expect it to come back up in the chart right here. This is what we expect. Okay? But before they actually hit that point, what are we going to see? Looking on the 1 hour time frame, the stopping volume candle right there is a sort of a clue that they may be holding the range and getting ready to come back down to tap this pool of liquidity and then stabilize and see what happens from that point. So we could expect a bit of a retrace back up to come back down and tap this pool of liquidity right here. Because remember, when the market maker goes short, he goes short from the highest point in the chart. He doesn't go short from the lowest. That's what the retail trader does. Why is it whenever you go short, price always tends to go in the opposite direction? Because you went short at the time that everyone else decides to go short. And everyone else is the retail trader. Yeah? You go short from the highest point, not from the lowest point. Because your goal is to get it down to the lowest point. You don't want to go short when it's already at the lowest point. You've missed the move. You want to go short from the highest possible point so that when it does pull back, you've got out at the lowest point. Likewise, when you're buying, you want to buy at the lowest possible point. You don't buy when it's rising because you're making the mistake of thinking that just because it's rising, it means it's going to continue higher. That's what they teach people. They say you always buy into a stock or currency that is rising. No, you don't. You don't buy while it's rising. You buy before it rises. So you buy when it's dropping. What is it that everyone wants? Everyone wants everything cheaper, don't they? You don't go to a car dealership and say to him, I would like to pay the highest price possible for this car right here. Well, the car's only $5,000. Sorry, I want to pay 10. Okay, thank you very much, the car dealer says. You're going to ask him, what's the best price? And he'll say 5. You say, oh, will you take 6? Sorry, will you take 4? And you'll haggle away. You're not always wanting to pay the highest price. Why do you come to the charts and pay the highest price? That's what I don't understand. The nature of the game itself in trading is not designed to be basic in the sense where you see price rising, you buy, and then you get out when it drops. Or when you see it dropping, you go short. Nah, you would have missed the move. Why is it every time price drops to the downside, there's always a turning point? Look at the chart where there is notable candlesticks that induce traders to commit to the downside. These are examples of false moves. They are false moves to the downside to trap traders to step in. These red candlesticks right here, vector candles, where notable volume steps in and price exchanges hands at the highest level in the candlestick, and it's always at the lowest point. Look at the candlesticks that make the highs. It's always at the highest point that the market maker shows his hand. All you need to do is just try and factor in these moves in the chart. Done. Look at that sharp move by Trias now, man. What's going on there? On that basis, let's have a look. What's Solana doing? Pulling back. Ethereum, pulling back. Market crypto cap right there. Pulling back. Have we established the high for the session in Sydney? In the Asian session, is this the high? Let's see how long it lasts. Who cares if China bans Bitcoin again? Ain't going to do anything. CADA. Let's have a look at KDA. K. Actually, let me just pull up Sand for a second. Oh, Sand's bleeding. Sand is on its way down, guys. Here we go. Now, remember, here is a little trick for you, okay? The altcoins that were making the highs, okay, are usually the first coins to break down, okay? So go and find those coins. Take a screenshot of this list right here, because this list is based on the coins that you guys have asked me to put in here. And I've been speaking about these coins and they've been making gains to the upside. And now they're getting ready to break down. And also pay attention to the coins that have been consolidating whilst all these coins have been rising. Those coins that have been consolidating are the ones that are going to stake in the consolidation period. And all the money that's going to come from the coins that have been moving to the upside is going to be rolling to the coins that have been consolidating whilst these coins have been moving up. This is the nature of the game. As I said, it's about the flow of money from one coin to the next. They are liquidity providers. They take their money profits from one, they move it to the other. They have these conversations. Liquidity providers do this. They communicate with each other and they say, we're going to dump X amount of billions of dollars in this coin. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. And they're providing liquidity to all these other exchanges in the meantime. Call it a scapegoat. That's how it works. You know? Is Bitcoin dumping? Let's have a look at Bitcoin. Is Bitcoin making a move? There we go. Bitcoin slowly coming down. Here it is. That pool of liquidity. They want it. They really do want this. The low ADR of the session. They're going to come to this if they keep doing this. They're going to fully recover this wick. And this is where they will trigger nominal interest by the traders yet again. Because if Bitcoin does break this point in the chart, then we are likely to see a wick that we have not been back to in a little while. The 59 zone. Okay? Now, as I've said to you before, guys, I'm not interested in the 59 zone until price starts showing me the point in the chart where it's likely to come back to. Look at where the money's at. Anyone that's using Bookmap, look at the orders on Bitcoin on the Bookmap. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Right now, the limit buys are taking precedence in the Bookmap. They are in charge of the auction right now, which is why price is coming down. They're favoring lower prices on the Bookmap. All right? I'm going to try and bring it up for you right now so you guys can see it. I'm going to close a couple of things here so I can help you guys make sense of it. Wait there. I've got something for you. Yeah, XRP is looking like it's breaking down as well. I need to show this to you guys just so you can understand the flow of money, because this is all you need to be understanding of. Okay. So I'm just waiting for this to load up right now. The Bookmap is a little bit tedious on the computer. So this is Solana right now. Okay. These are the real-time order flows of Solana coming in. You can see the pumps. I mean, it does cause a bit of a problem on the computer because it needs to load up a little bit. But you can see the red bubbles are the sells, the green bubbles are the buys. And you can see what's going on. They've actually taken a dump. Limit buys are favored right now at 245. But the thing is, this is zoomed in. If I break that chart like this, hopefully it won't do the crash that I think it will. Here we go. Happy days. It's done it. Done. Here we go. Lots of orders. The limit buys are taking over right now. Look, the Bookmap is in balance towards the favor of limit buys. They're going to want to try and bring price back down to these points so they can grab those orders, okay? Look at that big pump there, right there, okay? They're going to want to try and push price down lower to get these orders filled, because this is where, by principle, they would spark interest. But the principle is if they do bring price back down to this point here and trigger those limit buys, will those limit buys be the reason why price goes up again? Okay? Maybe, maybe not. We're going to see if this holds true, because these orders on the left side of the chart are the orders that are active in the order book. The ones on the right side right here, where this white line is, are the orders that are coming into the chart. And you can see how the orange ones, which are high liquidity, they keep appearing and disappearing. We understand those to be spoofs in the marketplace, and it's very common in crypto. Okay? Look at that. No orders up here right now. No one is favoring higher prices. So they're going to want to try and tap the limit buys right here. It looks like they want to try. There's like a battle right now. Okay? They want to try and move price higher, but no interest is coming in at this point. It's all down here, which is where the imbalance is on the book. Let me just get price. Zoom out again. See, we got orders coming up here now. I need to bring up Solana, for example. Here we go. So there's Solana right there. All right. I'm going to bring up Solana on the 5-minute time frame to help you understand how it's breaking down in relation to the book map. Red vector candle right there. Principally, we should see it retrace back up. But you can see what's going on here. Let me expand it out so it's clearer for you guys. This is on Solana, and this is important. I'm doing this because it's at all-time highs, and we're going to understand what's going to turn and what isn't going to turn. Okay? Seems like my computer's working with me well today. Okay, so look, limit buys. Everyone is favoring lower prices on Solana. Okay? Naturally, we should see price break down towards this zone, because that's where the daily open is, and that's where there is a ton of orders always at daily opens. Okay, they're either going to test it and bounce away from it, or test it and break through it. And the limit orders that are being placed right here are going to reveal that information to us. Okay, here we go. Let's keep an eye out on there. On your right here, you can see the current order book right here. Look at those. The red, the darker these orange lines are, okay, so when they turn red, it means it's big liquidity coming in, okay? Looking in relation to the chart over here, we know there's a lot of liquidity that's just passed through to the chart because a red vector candle has appeared. So we're going to wait and see if they're going to come up. Here we go. Big order just coming through there, but price hasn't done anything. More of an order's coming in. Now the orders are starting to come up. So look, volume is 58% above, favoring the buys. So the limit buys should be taking over. Here we go. 58%, 50% above average is the volume. Are they going to bring it back down? This is what I look for when I'm looking at the actual... No, this is Solana. The reason why I'm looking at Solana is because Solana's at an all-time high. And we're going to understand... When you're looking closely into the book map of Solana, you can see where the orders start to come in, where they're trying to dump from the all-time high. Okay? Because what happens at all-time highs? That's where coins are at their busiest, when all-time highs are nearly achieved. It's not too far away from the all-time high. Now we're at a breaking point as to whether or not Solana is going to continue up from this point. And we're trying to understand the utility of the book map so that we can work out whether or not are they favoring higher prices or lower prices. The containment of $246 is massive. Look at the orders coming in right there. Look at the reds, how they appear and disappear. The two dashed lines are the bid and the ask. Okay? I think it's based on what people mostly trade. Okay? Because this game of trading is all based on the market maker hitting the liquidation points. That's what it is. Binance's bread and butter is... Yo, what's good, Ahmed? Binance's bread and butter is based on people's liquidity points getting hit. That's where the flow of money is. How do you tell if it just keeps going back? You're paying attention to the orders that are coming in. Pay attention to the big block orders right here. Okay? Look at them for a little while. You'll see they sometimes disappear. See that one? It disappeared. Okay? When you start seeing those orders disappearing from the higher point, it means that they're not interested in getting their limit sales filled. They're interested in limit buys. Look at where all the limit buys are being filled right here. So price is naturally going to gravitate to that point in the chart because that's where they can trigger most of the liquidity. Okay, when they're finished with this zone and they feel as though they've caught enough of the orders down here, they'll start marking price up higher to tap these pools of liquidity. Look at 250 up here. Massive continuous orders being set at 250. Okay. What they're doing now is, look at that. Big sell right there. Look at that. Massive sell. Look at the volume coming in. Big sell. They may favor lower prices. And we're just trying, this is just for demonstration purposes, guys, okay? You need to really look at Bookmap for quite some time to really understand how to use it, because the Bookmap tells you where the money is sat. Money sat at 250. Money sat all the way at 244. The idea is to try and work out what point are they going to gravitate towards. And that's the point where you will try and exploit it. If you're it's ideally great for scalpers, okay? Because scalpers only profit on smaller point percentage gains. If I was to take a long right now and try and ride Solana to the upside, I would be anticipating them to take out the 248.5 zone. Okay? I'll put on some size and then try and see if it comes up to the 248. Now 248 has moved down slowly. It's below 248.50. The price ain't moving much, but look what time it is, guys. There's not that much activity happening right now. Okay? Now the red volume liquidity is coming in. They are containing price in this zone. Something's going to break. See that order down there? Massive order came in there and disappeared. Big bulk order right there. The bigger the circle, the bigger the bubble, the bigger the order. And that's a limit buy there. They're doing something. Here you go. So now 248. They add, see that? You see that there? It was one of these. It's disappeared. Okay? They're just trying to spike interest. That's what they're doing. Trying to get traders to commit at these certain points. All right? There are bots that operate in here as well, ladies and gentlemen. You can tell which ones are the bot orders, man, because they open and close at certain points in the chart. I mean, I've been staring at this for quite some time. I'm starting to see certain patterns evolving in the Bookmap. You see how they all turn red? Crazy, isn't it? How they throw orders in and cancel them straight away in hope that they get filled. Yeah? That's what this is. Yes, they are spoofing. Yes, they are spoofing the orders, man. That's what this is all about. Here we go. Look at this now. A lot of red orders coming into the chart. The idea is to try and capitalize on these sort of situations and understand. If I zoom out, try and get it a little bit clearer. If I adjust it, it's a little bit laggy on the Bookmap end. It does consume a lot of computer usage, but I'm streaming at the same time. Say, look, you can see here, there were orders that have been sat right here. Principal would say that if price comes back up towards this zone, it would trigger some more orders to come in into the market at that point and then get filled to move higher. Okay, so here we are, 248. Hitting the 248 zone. They're not breaking the 248 zone. We know it's a whole number. Okay, and they do things at whole numbers. Look now, orders coming in. See all the limit buys stepping in at the lows. Now it's starting to pull back. Are they going to get these orders filled? So they triggered the interest at that point, didn't find any interest, so they moved it back. Are they going to try and do it again? That's what the Bookmap's about, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it's all about. It's a very interesting software, okay? But you're seeing the live orders coming in, and it's all based on Binance, okay? I've got it set sometimes where I can include all of the volume across 5 exchanges for Bitcoin, and that is where you see some serious movements. That is where you can see the bigger orders, and I'm going to do that in the next stream, guys. I'm going to bring this up again, and I'm going to include Bitcoin across Kraken, Hubio, Binance, Bybit. I'm able to put all of those multi-cross across all of those exchanges and include all of the order books into one chart. That way we can work out exactly what is happening across the board, across those exchanges, so we can potentially profit from the moves from one point to the next. Here we go. Look, now you noticed here. Look at all these orders here. Remember, the orders on the left side of the chart are the orders that are live in the order book. The orders on the right side of the chart are orders yet to be processed. The idea is to try and capitalize on what is intended on the right side of the order book opposed to what has already been sat live in the order book. In other words, when price comes down towards these points and hits this point, it should trigger support from the buy limits to move price back up. But they're containing Solana right now. So we're going to wait and see what happens. Yeah? Let's see. 247. I'm waiting to see if they're going to drop down lower. All right, let me move this over here. I'm going to try and get Bitcoin up as well. Bitcoin. I'm going to bring, right, this is what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to bring Bitcoin up across across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 exchanges, ladies and gentlemen. 5 exchanges. You're going to see the order book for Bitcoin on 5 exchanges. Okay? So sit tight there. I'm going to bring up Bitcoin. All right, so that we can understand it. Here we go. So this is Bitcoin on Bitstamp, Binance, FTX, GDAX, Kraken. Okay? Now you're going to see some interesting behavior. Okay? Watch this. So you can see bright as day, 60,500 is where there is a stack of money for Bitcoin. Absolute stack. Why? Because it's red, and that means it's liquidity. There are live orders. They're not disappearing. There are live orders in the chart waiting for Bitcoin to go down to 60.5. Okay? Even lower, 60K right there. Look at that. All right? Now, all we're waiting to see is if Bitcoin does it. I'm not seeing much interest at the 60s, above 63. Other than these zones, they're not that light. They're not that big. They are sort of high liquidity. There's a key up here. The darker the bar, the more liquidity there is. The book map on Bitcoin is showing an imbalance to the traders wanting limit buys. They want prices to go lower. The idea is, on that assumption, do we go and place orders on that premise? Well, the name of the game is to pay to play. The idea is if you do get caught out in these spike moves to the upside, to the downside, they've just triggered the shorts. Now they're hitting the liquidation points. They're probably going to want to try and bring it back down again. Yeah? Noticing some other things as well in the order book itself. It's a beautiful thing to watch. Okay, when it moves nicely. If I zoom in ever so slightly, we're going to see closer orders right there. Look at that. All these orders right here. Now, this is zoomed in closer. Remember, as you zoom in closer, you start to see smaller orders, okay? But you can distinguish which ones are bigger. As you zoom out, you don't see those bigger orders, all right? Can you do the same for Sol? Yep, I've got Sol up here as well. We can pull up Sol. Give it a sec because it's a little bit lagged. I'm going to see if I can get a computer and have this continuously streaming with altcoins of your choice. I'm going to see if I can get that done. Yes, Jesus. Skywalker, that's what it is. New limit and disappearing. Tell you more than resting orders. This is it. It does. Now, this is Solana right here. They filled those orders at the 248. Solana's trying to come back up. Look at all the orders at 4246. When you start paying attention to this, man, look, all of them dumping right here. Look at this. I need to try and zoom out of this. Try and get it zoomed out. Ah, for God's sakes. Come on. I had to take my inhaler, guys. It's because I'm running Bitcoin as well, but Bitcoin across 4 or 5 exchanges, so that's probably why it's starting to get a little bit lagged. Bitcoin is coming back down. Quite a strong move down. Solana seems to be holding. Stalled. Yeah, I've got to stop it, guys. I've got to stop it. It will kill the computer. Wait, let's come back. All right, Bitcoin's moved back up. Bitcoin moving back up, coming back up towards this pool of liquidity right here. Be mindful of it. So, ladies and gentlemen, what you can see is the book map of Bitcoin. I'm going to be mentioning this a little bit more. We're back up towards 61. If I zoom out, try and get a clearer view of what to expect. Here we go. See now, look at the range. You can see Bitcoin. There's orders at 62. Nothing in between a 61. These blue orders here just say they're small orders. Okay? But the bulk of orders are sat at 60. All right? Which is where the vector candle sits at. All right? They will come back to those points in the chart because that's money for them to take. All right? So, ladies and gentlemen, 1,280 of you in the room, thank you very much for coming into the stream. Be sure to like and subscribe. Let's get these likes up, guys. It is for free. But I want to thank you all for passing through. Look at this. Look at this. Keep an eye out. Look at all these volumes. These volume bubbles include the delta as well. You can set it so it includes delta, and you can see the distribution between the positive delta and the negative delta. But the way I translate the positive and negative delta is, on a negative delta, it tells me the market maker is accumulating buys, and the positive delta is the market maker is accumulating the shorts. Okay? So just keep an eye out on it. Bookmap does consume a lot of usage on the computer, so make sure you've got a decent computer to run it on. But actually, it will be fine on your computer, to be honest with you, because you may not be streaming with it. All right? But it has been an eventful week, guys, to say the least. Bitcoin hasn't been doing much this week. It's given us a little bit of movement to the upside, but these are false moves, okay? What you want to be focusing on is Bitcoin making the slow trend, true trend, trickling upwards to the upside, okay? Or even to the downside, depending on your bias of the trade, all right? That's what you want to be paying attention to. I think tomorrow they're going to consolidate, and we're going to see some very surprising moves by Bitcoin. So just keep an eye out on price. Look at this. Look at this behavior by Bitcoin. It's treacherous. But they're just taking small money. They're just holding price and keeping it in this zone in preparation for what we understand to be the 60k zone. Because this order right here ain't doing anything. It's not leaving the chart. They want this order to be filled. It's just a case of when do they decide to fill that order. That's the thing. All right? Oh, you shouldn't be a problem, Max. That should not be a problem for you. But also as well, Max, it's the software as well. Sometimes the software might be a little bit of a problem because they have different versions of it as well. Okay? Let me have a look at Cada for my guy. I feel bad. Cadena. What have we got? No different to Solana. Look how extended this coin is. Massive move to the upside. Gaps in the chart as well. Look at these gaps. That's uncalled for in crypto. You don't really get many gaps. Be mindful with this, guys. Be mindful. $10. May even try and aim for $10 before it pulls back. But look, it's a sharp move. Everything is so extended. One of two things is going to happen on Friday, ladies and gentlemen. They're either going to hold price in its range or they're going to make a run for profit. That's what Friday is famous for. So just be mindful of Fridays. Okay? Be careful. Sol slowly rising again. Let's have a look. Yep, slowly rising. I don't like the fact that we've had 3 hits to the high. 1, 2, and 3. And it's not finalizing. It needs to break this zone. Come on. This looks so consistent with a stop hunt low rise out of the zone. I'm waiting for her to break. Looking at the book map, what are we seeing? Solana, come on. Right, the imbalance is still favoring the buys. They're still wanting it to go a little bit lower, but we've got these liquidity pools right here that are still live in the book. Let's see if it does hold precedence. Blue vector candle in the chart, guys. Money's moving in. A new 30-minute candle coming into play. Hold tight. New 30-minute candle. Has it turned just yet? 5. Here we go. Green vector turning. Are they going to hit it? No, they're not even hit. Ah, man. Come on. Here we go. If red bubbles start to appear here, this is where they're going to dump. Come on. Come on. Why is it taking its time to 250? It's a nominal value in the chart. It's a big number. See, money's coming in. Look at the book map. Look. They're all trying to get in before 250. See all those red orders right there? Spoofs. Look at them. Look at that. Trapping the retail trader, getting him in, committed at the highest point in the chart. Coming back down, hit his liquidations and shift out. Remember, these limit orders are placed in the thousands, okay? And they all have tight order stops as well. So when they hit it in one direction, it goes in the opposite, triggers the order to sell. That's what happens right here, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah? Crazy, isn't it? Now you're seeing all the limit orders at the bottom right here are starting to stack. There's nothing much happening up here. They want to come back down here. If they're going to try and go higher, they're going to want to come back down here, which is the principle of the recovery of the vector candle. If they come down and recover 50% of it and bounce away, happy days. This is where we decide that point. So the book map can be used to establish at what point on the vector candle are we going to see the retracement, if it's going to continue from this point and move back up, or is it going to go straight down to the downside? Because when we look at the 5-minute time frame and look on the 1 minute, we can see 3 hits to the high, okay? And we've got no vectors here. It looks like Solana wants to keep going higher, okay? But they're stalling at the all-time highs. They've hit it once, twice, 3 times right here. Why are they stalling? We've got 1, 2, 3 potential pins to the upside. Why are things stalling? Stopping volume right there. Could they actually just mark price down, or are they just going to make a run for the 250 and happy days? This is what I'm waiting to see. Here we go. The book map. Look at it. Big orders at 250. See, 250 isn't getting triggered. No interest at 250. Why? No interest at 250. Come on, start coming in. $249. Here we go. 250. I think if they hit 250, it'll be great news. Come on, here we go. 249, 268, 269. Oh, look at that little spike up. Now they're starting to get the orders in at 250, guys. But they're not holding. Come on. Are they going to cancel? They've cancelled some of those orders. Still not hitting it. Come on, break out, man. Bang. See that? See that? Wow. Very wow. Look at that. Look at that. You just witnessed it fair and square, ladies and gentlemen. Now we're going to know where they hold their ground. This is where it makes the difference in understanding if they are going to break away from that zone, or they just wanted to tap the liquidity all-time high and shift out. Let's see if they hold their ground. Oh, man. What a day. What a day. What an unbelievable thing to witness. You're seeing, look at those red orders coming in. Market Maker is doing a good job. Poor unfortunate souls that are going long and hoping for the best. They could be turning it at this point, guys. Got to be careful. New 30-minute candle. Let's bring up the 30-minute candle and see how it's performing. Oh, my days. Look at that. Oh, pulling back. Get the book map up. It's pulling back. They've tapped the 250. Not that much liquidity coming up here, but they could actually send it there. Let's see if it holds. Nothing down below, but it's contained in this area here. Forgive me if it's starting to get a bit laggard. What's Bitcoin doing? 61. They ain't moving those orders. Look, nothing in the range right here. They want lower prices on Bitcoin, man. Solana's doing very well. It's pulling back now. Here we go. Big dump of volume right there. Look at the lows right here. What we want to see. Here we go. This is where the market maker is preparing his shorts, ladies and gentlemen. So we want to see volume is 27% up. The book map is in balance to the buys. So they want lower prices. The limit buys are coming in. Oops, there it is. Nice big drop. 250. They're trying their hardest to hold the 250 zone. They're either accumulating at this point to get ready to make another move to 251. Nothing at 254. Nothing at 253. Is this the point in the chart where they turn? Or are they just going to set up traders more to move higher? Because the liquidity keeps appearing and disappearing in the chart. Well done, Black Suns, man. You know? Look at two sides like 700k, 250, only 250 hold. Yeah, it's not pre-recorded, no. Well, you can't oh my days. It says live. Come on, bro. The order book itself is drying up at the 254. No interest up there. It's all in this 250 zone. There, look at this. Oops. Here we go. 250 disappearing. Are they dumping it? Look at this down here. Look down here. Keep paying attention to this right here. The orders that stay static in the chart are the ones that are likely to get filled if they're close by. They move it up and then to encourage these orders to move closer towards price. Okay? When you see them appearing and disappearing, the way the market maker moves the order book, guys, is he has to probe people into the belief that it's going to go in one direction or the other. Okay? So now we're seeing these orders coming in. They're going to try and drop it. See, look. See these here? It's descending down. They're not seeing them holding static across like these here. Okay? So they're going to try and come to these points to trigger the limit buys and the limit sells, but the order book itself is favoring limit buys because there's an imbalance. There is a clear imbalance which favors limit buys, which we would see price going down. They're just containing it in this zone. It's at all-time highs, guys. This is where the market maker shows his hand. Oops, here we go. Nice little pump up there. Now they disappear. Step up, pulling back. What are they doing? See, nothing. Cancelled orders right here. Orders are cancelled. When it doesn't fill across, it means the orders are cancelled. Some are filled, but the others were cancelled. All right? Unbelievable. If I zoom out, try and get it to zoom out. Let me change the candlestick. Candlesticks on the 15-minute time frame. We bring up the 5 just so we can pay attention to the smaller movements. Solana's at all-time highs, guys, and it looks like it's trying to break, but it's struggling. It seems to be holding this 250 zone. Yeah? Whatever may come. Nothing at the 253. They don't favor it up here. All these little orders here are the likes of Steve with their 89 cents worth of Solana. That's what these orders are about. The beef of the money is here. I want to try and zoom out of this, man. Let me try and bring up the chart. Sorry if it's blown you out. Here we go. Just give it a second. Should come back into normality. Here we go. 248. Big orders there. Bring that down. Closing off Bitcoin. The reason I'm looking at Solana is because of its all-time high right here. All right. Okay, then. Here we go. See that? A lot of liquidity coming in and disappearing. They're probing the 250 zone. They're trying to keep traders committed in that zone. Keeping traders at the all-time high just before they make the snap drop. Look at all this orders down here, man. All the liquidity that's sat in this chart right here, waiting for them to take it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have to love you, leave you, man. I could get lost in this, but I want to thank you so much for your time. We're going to be diving into this a little bit more in the next coming week. But I want to thank everyone for an awesome week. We've smashed it this week. We've done well with these moves to the upside. But remember, we don't have a bias. We will make trades on the upside and as well as the downside. Okay? Keep your mind straight. Don't fall for the hype. There are always false moves in the marketplace. Always be in tune with yourself. And just make sure at all times, when you've got a profit, pay yourselves. Mad love and respect. Be sure to like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. And mad love for the 51,000 subscribers that have been hitting this channel up. God bless all of you. And I will catch up with you guys tomorrow. All right? Take care of yourselves. Mad love and respect. Peace.